Took the guys a little bit to get going, but I still thought it was a good competitive practice. Guys they were communicating, they were executing the way we needed to. But its legs are a little heavy. I could say that.
I think it was the fifth period. Robert, in particular, was probably the worst of the bunch. I think it was like you guys threw 8 passes, only completed 1, or 7 and only completed 1. Were you repping something different? Because a lot of those throws, I know, good defense, but they weren't even close. Like it was kind of hard to tell who they were targeting.
Fifth period, was that the third, fourth down period? Was it 4 minute? No.
It was the one before you guys moved the ball.
Second to last period.
Okay, so the 4 minute period.
Yes.
We're trying to simulate a 4 minute end of game situation and trying some new things. But yeah, it wasn't. Again, credit to the defense because defense was playing pretty tight today.
Any updates on Jared Bernard Converse? And I saw Isaiah Oliver didn't practice either.
Yeah, they're going to be down for the rest of camp. Should get them back for week 1 though.
What about the status on Michael Carter?
We'll see. It's day to day. We'll see how it looks at the end of the weekend, whether or not we can get him back into practice. But he's getting a lot closer.
How's Michael progressing?
He's progressing well. Right now it's for him just continuing to gain confidence. It's going to be more of a mental block than anything else. But I think he's doing well.
What you think you're guaranteed this week, Rob?
We'll see. Once we'll reassess where we're at after the Giants practice.
Obviously, he's going to be on the 3 snap count type of thing and everything. What is the offense going to look like when you add that type of player?
Well, he's a dynamic player, right? And someone that you can't just ignore when he's on the football field. And he balances out defenses in the sense you can't focus just on Brees, you can't focus on Garrett, you can't focus on our tight ends. You gotta know where he is. So it makes the defense play more balanced. And so just his presence alone balances the numbers.
Do you expect to play any starters against the Giants, or
we haven't talked about it yet. We'll reevaluate everything after the practice on Wednesday and come up with a decision.
What did you make of Kinlaw the other day in Carolina?
I thought he did a great job, man. He was unblockable, in my opinion. There's things he's got to work on. We've talked about those things where, he's just so powerful and creating so much knockback that he's actually creating vertical seams in the defense. So we're working on some things to help him transition from not only to run but to pass. But he's knock on wood, he's healthy, he's in a great frame of mind, and looking forward to watching him have a dominant year.
What do you think about the potential that pairing with him and Quinn?
I know Quinnen's excited because he knows he's not going to get the turn every snap, turn of the protection, and but eventually teams are going to realize they're not going to be able to block Kinlaw one-on-one, and I really feel it's going to open up for Quinnen.
Tony Adams just continues to flash. Just talk about where you can see him at just compared to last year when he's getting his feet wet.
He grows every day, man. He's elite communicator, elite energy, elite strain. He's everything that we want out of a Jet. He's just got that DNA in him, and looking forward to again watching him progress and as a professional.
What do you see him grow the most over the last year?
Really, it's always going to be confidence and communication. I always tell our players that the volume of your voice projects in your confidence. The louder you are, the more confident you are, and he's someone who just gets louder and louder and louder. He's playing with tremendous confidence.
Do you like the physicality of that safety group when you're talking about guys like Chalk and TA and then Ashton? I mean, the other day in practice, he blew somebody off the fastball.
Yeah. I want all of them to be physical. I thought our corners, Echo showed physicality in the game. I think Sauce has added on some weight, so he looks physical. DJ is always going to be physical. Michael Carter's physical. So you want everybody on the defense playing physical.
On that last series, Jermaine seemed to be upset about something. I'm just wondering if you can explain what happened or you saw what happened.
They get mad at me because I don't call sack. So my call. I never call a sack unless it's up. It's got to be super obvious because as a D coordinator, I have empathy in the fact that at the end of practice we claim to have 30 sacks, but in the game we only get 2. So I give the quarterback the benefit of the doubt that he's going to get rid of it. You're okay.
What kind of camp is Quinn at?
No, he's having a good camp. he's going about his business. He's honing in on his craft. He's been working on a few things, so I think he's in a really good place.
What's he been working on?
Whatever he needs to work on to get better. So.
How about Alan Lazard? How's he in hopefully a bounce back year?
He looks really good. I've said it before, but I think he's doing all the little things that where I feel last year he may have felt above it, where this year I think he's just been on it. He's been on all the details in all phases, and being a leader in the meeting rooms. He's like a second coach, and but overall I think his voice is a lot more positive. Not that he was negative. I don't want to make it sound like he was a dog or anything, but he's just in a really good place.
I want you to know just kind of on the virtual measurement. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Just kind of your thoughts early on.
As long as I get it right, I really don't have an opinion on it.
You couldn't hear Robert. There were injury questions. Was it JVC and Isaiah? You said?
Yeah, JVC, Isaiah. They'll be done for the rest of camp, dealing with some soft tissue.
What about
Irv, hopefully we get him back either tomorrow or Wednesday.
Is Fotu?
Yeah, Fotu is going to be down for the rest of camp also.
Where is he at?
Hammy.
Red jersey on him.
He should be. He's in the protocol progressing. He should be good to go by the middle of the week.
Couple more.
Zaire Barnes was quite active the other night. Can you talk about his progression?
Yeah, super pumped for Zaire. Because last year you could argue that it was probably a little big for him, but to his credit, Rudy, our linebackers coach, Brick, and everybody just sticking to it and making sure that we pour our heart and soul into that young man, and he gives back in terms of effort and strain, and he's worked really hard this off season. He's worked really hard not only in the weight room but in the film room, and I think you're starting to see a little bit of a playmaker, and I still don't even think he's nowhere near where he's going to go. Really excited about Zaire and the direction he's going.
What have you seen from Xavier Gibson in camp?
Gibby, Xavier, say whatever you want to call him. The big thing for him was to flash his speed. As a rookie, I think sometimes you think so much that you forget to use your superpower, which for him is speed, and I think he's been demonstrating that play in and play out.
That play where Jermaine was a little ticked off. I think he threw that water bottle like 30-something yards.
Did he?
Emergency.
Yeah.
Watch that one.
They do a lot of complaining on the D line, but it's okay. You want them salty.